Thank you so much for staying tuned to TMI. Sunday's edition is all about the fallout of the APC crisis build up to Edo 2020. I have with me here Dr. Patrick Awo Osaige, a legal practitioner, and of course Obaraye Osahon, political analyst, human rights activist. You get to hear put food on the table. You will not see all these that we are seeing in the society. Now, you heard my first panelist, they talked at length about what is happening in the APC, and they ended in one aspect of court litigation still hanging, still pending, because right now, from what Money Mike said, he said they still have two secretariats. That's what many people are saying. But for Honorable Desmond Debo said, look, we are united. We have just one party secretary. We're taking a look at the strength of the APC right now in the forthcoming gubernatorial election that will take place in the month of September, to be precise. Barrister, take it up from there. What do you feel about some persons not obeying the presidential order? Because as we speak right now, people are of the opinion that we still have two secretariats, we still have two factions in Edo APC.
Thank you very much, Vinci. And well, to start with, talking about the order of the president, I want to believe that was an advisory order, so to say. It was just making or trying to find a way to ensuring there's peace within the party as it stands. But the truth is that every man, you cannot, if I have anything that I feel I need to go to court for, the order of the president will not restrain or deter me from doing that. I think as a mark of respect, being the #1 leader of the party, it's normal to listen to him, like what the former national chairman had said. He said he's withdrawing, and then there's no need for him going on with all the legal tussle, as it were, to reclaiming back his office, as it were, as the chairman of the All Progressive Congress. I'm talking of Adams Ali Oshomole. But the case of you saying the president had said, you folks should shield your sword and stop fighting yourself in court, I think it still lied lightly on them. It's for them to receive and accept, because for that to happen, there ordinarily should be, it's not just a wishful thinking or a word declaration in that regard. You don't do that. You just make a suggestion. You should set up, some other committees to look into the real crisis genuinely and see how they can fine-tune and see how they can mend bridges and see how they can turn around things. Without that, the court matters in court that is slated for certain dates. When the dates come, they will go to court to take the application. So that does not automatically expunge them from going back to court. So I honestly believe they may listen to a certain extent if what they are agitating for, what led to going to court, have not been attended to. There is no way they will get out of court.
All right. Obaraye, now, as a party man, you are an APC member. You heard the first panelists. They've spoken their minds and, of course, aired their opinions about this. Do you think that with the pronouncement of the president, do you think that the warring faction right now in Edo State will sheath their sword? And is it also true that you guys do have two secretariats in Edo State? Let's start that issue first before we go to the next question.
Which are we trusting first? Which do you want us to trust first? The two secretariat issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, two secretariat issue exists, but the truth is that you should know the one we belong to. You have a TV at Airport Road, you have one here. So this is the one where you can hear, where the world hears you from. So, but the secondly is that the truth must be told. With respect to the president of the country, Muhammadu Buhari, General, I think if we want to really hold somebody to ransom or who really made this crisis degenerated to this extent, I think he cannot escape that, because if what he did a few days ago had been done a year or two ago, I'm not sure we'll be where we are today. I still remember when our Royal Majesty Omolobane Dorobaewa went to solicit for this same thing, help us discuss on this issue. I'm sure if he had said this is what he wants and how he wants it, I'm not sure it will not degenerate to where we are today. So many divide and so many fractions have now emanated to put us in this fiasco for the president just now. But is there a way out? Yes. There's a way out because the people will decide. This is not a game of wisdom. No. The people once decided before. It's not only for the people to say, oh wow, this is good, this is not good. Then not just the people also deciding. The people who are also deciding will also defend. That is the truth. It's one thing to vote, as another thing to also defend your vote. I think it's better to even defend your vote than even voting. Because if you know you have 4, 5, 6 votes here and defend it, it's better than you had about 600 votes that you could not defend. That can be manipulated or done negatively. So the truth is that our leaders have really danced naked in the market. They've written their name in history as people that allowed greed and allowed pride to scatter what they built. You know, if you play back my videos most time, you will know that I've never been here to really say this person did that. Because if I will have been together plus or minus, let's say 25 to 30 years now, we've been friends. And I know that this is what provokes our war. I think I should know where to draw the line to say this thing will provoke him. I will not say because we are friends and I'll say, no, why not hit him? When I know if you hit me, it's going to be painful. So you can also see now that this politics is now, I think we've been inside, but we've learned more. Now you now know that the value of a watchman, it has value. This is what some people don't just know before. Your watchman can even be at your gate this morning and you tell him I'm not home. Just come and watch him. No, they wait for the state, when the state chairman is coming with this orderly, so open the gate. You now know the man that is half orderly now. That is the watchman that will take you to your next level. Because this crisis we have today emanated from a meeting of less than 30 persons to say we no longer want you. Let's forget how it came. Don't say how it came. But now power, the people that didn't know, I'm not sure the people that were dead, that they 3 or 4 even have seen the constitution. Somebody lectured them to say, you have this power. Hey, I didn't know I have it. Say it and it becomes a law. We will follow it from there. And the person that it happened to said, oh, come on, watch a man. Nothing. At the end of the day, it became something. So also you know that party has power. That if you go against the wish of the party also has to tell you, we will not give it to you, no matter who you are. So you can see, we've learned both now that if you are loyal to your watcher, but also be loyal to the party. Then also make sure the party is carried along. Because what the party members complain about is what is not playing here. If this had played before, I'm not sure to be this crisis. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
All what is happening now was, do this one, no, I don't do it. Is it your money? And you get up. Now that one that is being on daily basis. If this was done sensibly, not do it, there's a way you give somebody 20,000, it will be preferable than giving that person 1 million. With respect. And you do it, the person knows that I belong somewhere.
Okay.
Somebody knows me. I've worked for this thing. I get it out. Also, people should take time now to learn. Because the future is that we'll be waiting for. It's here. Look at it. We are here now. So to move forward now is to learn from the mistake of the past. Now they want to now give to Bishop Marshall. Bishop Marshall, you are coming in now. You know that this person was here. This is the reason why the party evicted that person. You also now know that even if you are there, take time to go to ward meetings. Even if you are in Abuja, suddenly attend your ward meeting. Because if Osam Kobaye attends ward meeting and they see me frequently, I'm sure when Bishop Marshall will come to say, do this, or you'll say, no, it's always here, it's our person. But when you don't go constantly, it will be done and nobody can be held responsible. Right. So we must learn from the past and not put it now to say the future, don't let this one happen again.
Okay. Right now, after the pronouncement of Mr. President, you get to see people reacting. Some are for it at the beginning, some might gaze it at the beginning, but towards the end, all was accepted. And people are like saying that Edo State is the biggest loser. Because if you take a look at the sharing formula, yes, an Edo man was there as a national chairman of the APC, followed by another Edo man. But right now, we don't have an Edo man at the helms of affairs when we talk about the national chairman of the APC. How do you think it's going to affect politics in Nigeria? We'll take a look at it from the Edo State angle.
Thank you very much. I have always been, have not been an advocate of looking at it from regions, as it were. I believe whoever is good and deemed fit and can do the job should be allowed to do it. I think that is what more of, like they say, an FMI man have been, is, affected, dethroned or stuff like that. I don't subscribe to assertions in that light. We should work and grow our various regions. We have had, all my life, it's not only a domain that have blessed me. I was sharing with my brother. We are friends from over 30 years. We have been together. And then I told him when I was in primary school, I was in Lagos. It was Latif Jakande, he's a Yoruba man. So will I not say because I'm an Edo man, he was here in Benin and he had Bruce Ali putting things right for him too. So what I'm trying to say, we should discard the idea of trying to look at the sentiment of who are regional stuff. I don't subscribe to it and I don't think it should be encouraged. What we should look at, yes, and Adam Soshomole is a great man. I respect him, immense regard for him. He has done well and he has brought things out and he has done it the best way he could. He's not a perfect human being and he has his flaws. And that's it. Every other person that could come, and before him, they had been chairman before that time. Bisi Akande was the APC national chairman at some point. We have all of them. So my take is this. We should go away from that idea of streamlining politics. We should look at men that are able to really impact on the people. I think that is it. Not that it's our son. It's our son. What have we done? We have had several sons who have taken turns to be in leadership, and they've done nothing much for the folks around them. And I honestly believe if we put our mind away, or rather take the idea of looking at it from, it's a Bini man, it's an Asian man, it's an Hausa or whatever, we would not be where we are. We should look critically at what we really need at this time. He had made several positions. Look at Edo State being the helms of affairs. Oh yes, fine. You say that's a man from, it's a Nigerian. I think I want to see you. We should look at what unites us more, not those things that divide us. That's how, those are the kind of funny politics that have been played over the years. You know, they tell you an Hausa man has been there for these years, and a Bini man who created Bayelsa State. Is it not Sani Abacha? He's the one, is he a Bayelsa man? So these are things we should stop playing out, because in times like this now, we're going to be hearing, oh, an Edo man is, a Bini man is contesting a Bini man. No, they have different ideology. And the Bini people and the entire Edo State have things on their mind. And I'm happy that the people are beginning to ask questions. Unlike before, it's like governance and government was so distant from the ordinary man on the streets. Like he had rightly established, a Commonwealth chairman, that you say common, that should, you know, when you even put a call through to him, he should be kneeling down thanking you that a national chairman is calling him. He's the one that initiated all this disaster that has befallen the national leader, I mean a national chairman, as it were. And on the other hand, where you have performed very well, like you said, you know, some person said you have not done well as governor. On the other hand, you said, no, I know my people believe in me. I know I will win the primaries. They didn't even agree. They said your certificate is defective. They didn't say you have false certificates. They say it's defective. And the question is that why did you not remedy it? And the question I will also ask again, in my diploma certificate, I have some, where you ordinary should have an hyphen, I have a comma there. So I now began to ask myself, is it that I should run back to swear an affidavit to correct the abnormalities in that regard? You know, these are things they can tell you, won't give it to you, and it has played out. Okay, you had to pull out. It was not a funny thing. We see all these last-minute cut applications from Port Harcourt to Edo State here and there, stepping aside and stepping down for you to become. All that wouldn't have been. I believe we can peacefully resolve our differences. Like we said, a lot of ego should be, you know, massaged, and we should calm down ourselves, and we shouldn't look at ourselves as we are too, we are larger than life, we have done so well. We have seen great leaders hitherto. We have seen them like men like Bruce Ali of blessed memory. We have seen Samuel of Bermudia. We have seen a good number of them. So we have seen great leaders, and we are still learning. And my own plea to them is, they should see their sword and they should find a way to resolve their common differences.
Right.
Don't say, well, a man on the street, a young boy that have been there working for you, even if you feel, I won't give you free money, that is being canvassed, so they are just calling for money. What have you done to enhancing these young people? We know many of them on the street, they had no opportunity. My brother and I we attended the same secondary school. We had the privilege of our parents sending us to school. There were some of them that didn't have the privilege. I remember one Shola then in my primary school, who was the best. At the time I was in secondary school, I saw him hawking in the market, and I was wondering why. He said nobody could sponsor him. So those are great brains that could have become great persons in society. So some of them didn't have that privilege. You don't say, well, go and get a job. Get a job from where? Okay, now it is the duty of government to bring these people together and really integrate them. There are ways you could do that without this many rancor. Don't just see them as miscreants, thugs and touts and miscreants. That's the problem. When you call me names or you begin to abuse me, when I know that I went all out for you, I did all I needed to do. So these are some of the issues that may have, brought about the pain. Like I've often said before now, the problem we have today between the former national chairman, I'm talking of Adams Aliyu Shomole, and the Governor Obaseki, was not between two of them. It was an issue of him being a man that also have these young people around him that he listens to them. Look at what is happening. We are not having the best of time here. Each time calls keep coming. And he had to call my brother, look at what is happening. He said, don't mind them. They don't know what they are saying. Things like that. You must, there's a common adage in Yoruba, it's the wisdom of a child and the wisdom of the elder that was put together to establish the whole of Ife. So if you think you know everything, you are the best, there's nothing you can do, nobody is out, you cannot make a mistake. I think there's something wrong with that kind of principle. And that is how I personally see it.
All right, now Obare, I need you to react to what he just talked about. We want to take a look at it from that angle of an Edo man being dethroned, so to speak. Do you see that affecting the vote come 2020?
How will it affect the vote? That's Abuja does not concern Benin when it comes to voting. People know who and how to vote. But I will not go per so of what he has said. I think we've lost so many. This political brouhaha has cost us so many. I think Right Honorable Pius Ibenero Odubu lost. He was the first person to have been sworn in by the Senate. Screened by the Senate. What he was waiting for was to be sworn in. And what we got was Gua. All because of this ingredients. Also, Shomole gone. So you can see that if we had had our house together, I'm thinking more would have come. Because you don't take, you cannot take empowerment away from Oshomole. Oshomole is empowerment issue. That's what's even saved him thus far. If not, he has since gone oblivion. We have other former governors in Nigeria that cannot even make head newspaper pages today. But here is a man that has been in the scheme of things since 1999. 8 years labor leader, 8 years governor. So he has tried, he has given out his best. But I think let's also dwell on what he has said, empowerment. When you empower the people, you have less talk. I was with my friend yesterday, the owner of DVD, we were together somewhere, and he told me, my brother, I'm bringing in more filling stations. I said, but how you already have about 8, why not try? He said, no. He said, don't you see the way crowd people are still standing? No job. That is only 2 ways. He can, instead of him giving you money, let me give someone, come and be working. Let me buy more trailer and come and be driving. As we speak, that problem has over now, there are 70-something people who need spare. Some local government don't even have auto TV on their staffs. So that's somebody that's already bigger than the local government. So it goes to tell you, if he decides to do anything tomorrow, his first of all, his staff base is already wow for him. So when you also have a governor that tells you, no, we will do this. Look at all what I kept saying here, empower people. No, you won't do. People, my friend that was laughing at me yesterday, saying, hope you not come and tell me to come and fill one form again for the job application. I said, you people are already fed up of job application issue. Instead, we will be able to let people see where they belong to. We cannot answer everybody. But if you pick point to say, okay, which of us I work in ITV, let me pick Wilson. If I pick Wilson, at least about 6-7 people from ITV will smell the fragrance. Okay, let me go and pick I was a lawyer or a doctor. If I also bless it. So they say when you pick these people, let's say about 10 of them, already you've touched about 100-200 person's life. Not saying everybody is bad. If we have done it gently by saying 24,000, 30,000 every month, for these people, just be sweeping, give them something to be doing. If they set up bus, set up, I'm not sure we would have used anything billion to buy our return ticket. Because the people will reject anybody telling you not to do it. Remember the second match of Osomole. It was 18/18. The reason was because people that were getting from it was small. So the reason why you saw this fight, even I will not step down, we know I will step down, was because they know that no, this is not sellable. But I think sellable or not sellable is no longer interesting. To me, what is interesting and what is in sale now is the people. The people already now know their power. That is, we become here to, I'm happy now. Nobody again will joke with a watcher man. Nobody will sit down and roll his chair on the Baba chair to say, my watcher man. No. You are even they will save it now as my leader in their phones because they know he has power. They know he has power. Even the president now,
The power of a watcher man.
the president now, the speaker, he will not call his watcher man after seeing what has happened. Call him up, you are okay. I just have to check on you. The chairman will say, I'm okay, sir, I have no problem. He say, no, I just want to let you know, I'm still here. I get it. Unlike before, that some people don't even know their word, don't even know where they are coming from. There's also now the party. People don't also know, okay, there's a way you misbehave and the party will chase you out. No matter your position. The government is the #1 leader of a party in the state. For a party to tell you we no longer want you. Forget how they brought it, but they were able to make a point. So never again will anybody come and insult a party. So the party at itself now to say, no, your party be this one, relative. Nobody will do that again. You now have the sense to say, if I abuse these people, I will come back again to meet this party. If I also reject my watcher man, I will come back again to meet my watcher man. Certainly, you are leaving the party. I get it. That's all right. It go to tell people whatever you are doing, anything given to you to do, don't do it with pride or greed. Do it. Tell people to say, how many people are in the door? I don't want us to visit, let's say 1 million persons. They now call you, I will come and be our governor. My brother need that, tell us thank you, because you are not the most brilliant. We have professors in this town. We have artisans in this town. We have people that have been nominated for Grammy in this town. So when you come on social life anywhere, we have them here.
All right.
There is somebody that just say, come and kneel down and say thank you because you are not the best. First of all, be their servant leader. That is what people to learn. Not by the time you become a governor, the next thing you are moving, it's like Donald Trump movie, nobody nears you. Well, when you know there is a day coming, you will sit with your watcher man at the party to tell you, my son, you've done well. Or my son, thank you. All those police will be carrying, all those baby chairs will be carrying, go out there to give you return ticket. We don't have a return ticket for you. Or your watcher man now smiling and tell you, that time I came to your house knocking at your gate, you told your gate man, you are not at home. So now God, I'm not there at home. I get it now. So no matter, people should learn from the positive side and also the bad side from the fight.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We've learned more fallout of the crisis in the APC build up to Edo 2020. We're about to listen to a PDP stalwart and of course an APC stalwart. Let's go deep into the political aspect of this discussion. What do you think will happen to the House of Assembly? What do you think will be the campaign strategy? Is like a swap, so to speak, of both candidates that were together or in opposing team in 2016. Now they've swapped position. What do you think will be the entry? Before I invite them in, I'd like you people to summarize 1 minute each. Your advice to Edo people and of course the candidates of these political parties, briefly.
Well, my own for the people of Edo State is to go all out. They should watch carefully and decide who they so wish to vote for in the forthcoming elections.
Right.
For the both candidates, they should keep up what they are doing and endeavor to tell the people what they intend to do. And again, like I said, the people, they are not ignorant of the fact that you have one time served in government.
Yeah.
And they are both experienced, so to speak. One is just the immediate governor, and one had been in government. So people are going to look at your life and what you've done over time and check that, and that in itself will also go. My brother said something. He said, don't just go and vote, also defend
your votes. All right.
That is also very important.
Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick Awosage. But I have 1 minute to summarize.
Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you. I think my advice to the people, I told them last time when I told them, I said, you voted now for this party. Go and start prepare. If I don't leave ITV at that day, I said so. I said 4 years will meet us there.
Yeah.
The 4 years is here.
Yeah.
So you collected 5,000 that day now. I'm sure they are still using that 5,000. I'm sure. So now the time is back again. Right. For you now to right the wrongs and wrong the right. Just try to now do, okay, I made that mistake before, do it this time. Because 4 years is like 4 days. So this time, on your own, if you know party A, party B is your preferred candidate, let's see. We have our friend Bishop Akalame in our party. Give him a vote. So that when you are talking, you can say, thank God that he voted for Wilson Marshall. Is to let him continue. I get it now. Not say because you come to the field and ask, which one they say they share money. They should have mentality, that mentality, because the hunger will not kill you. Then for my leaders, my very good friend and leader Gio, and my senior brother Pastor Sagezeyamu, these people are very close people. They are friends, close friends. The people that are killing themselves around them are the ones that they should remember now what has happened before, what is happening now. So they should use their brain and be wise to say, if I talk to Sage now because of Godwin, or talk to God because of Sagi. Tomorrow when both of them sit down and you are in the middle, how will you feel? Your temperature will just rise.
Good question. Good question. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I appreciate a wonderful analysis. You've heard them. Let's get to hear from a PDP stalwart and of course an APC stalwart what the intrigues will be this time. It's all about the fallout of the APC crisis and build up to Edo 2020. We'll be right back. Do stay tuned.